Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Wherever I go, I see always the same difficulty. One confuses the language pointing to the essence, to what is our real nature. And one language speaks about becoming. So one speaks about, tries to mention, let's say, to be, and the other to become. Once you are clear about that, where is the problem? You see, to become, you have to really understand that you need someone being like this or like that, and eventually going to the future to be transformed or to simply accomplish something or whatever. That's becoming. That is the personal life. That is the life, the manifestation of what you are. And what you are is already here. And don't try to put a quality on it, because it's already here in its total formlessness and namelessness, even though it creates itself all the time. So what you search in Satsang is what is the background, the essence of everything. It is not about something else that is your own choices or whatever, your own way to see things, and that will remain personal. So, welcome. Yeah, one confusion, what consequence comes from this confusion of being or becoming, is that one then believes that the becoming will be at some point when you are quietened about the seeker and the search, when it dropped, that the becoming will be different. It will be luminous and whatnot, and peaceful and whatnot. What is this? It is a blah blah of the mind. Don't try to follow that, because you will suffer a lot, because you will never attain it anyway. What is dual cannot attain what is one. I regret. It's not like that. And if it does, it is ephemeral anyway. So now you choose your path. So, if you have any difficulty about this or that, if you need to be clarified more, just ask, please. Good morning.
There's a question arose, but I don't know so well how to. So, from the understanding is that in satsang, you see that actually that for once you see that you're always yourself, or what you are, you are.
Yeah.
And then, or not then, in is it then so that in the life, you you just go because there's appearances and everything, but you'll remain as you are. You just continue life, but eventually you don't bring the, how can I say it? Eventually in the life there is not then a teaching or something, because it's still an appearance pointing to something, but you are what you are. Is that?
But look, you see the ocean? We've seen enough to. You can imagine the ocean. So the ocean, it's called ocean when it is a global vision with waves and flatness. It's in comparison with a more particular aspect of the ocean, which is a wave. Actually, if you know it's water, where is not water? Where water? Water is not in the wave? Water is not in the flat ocean? Of course it is. It makes it possible to appear in some shapes, forms. So what? Because when you say, when you know who you are, there is a you too much. There is a you too much, and that's why this question arises. Actually, it is not you who become being. This is a mistake. And if you become being, it's an experience, so sure. But then it will make rise a few questions again or something. Yeah. Then you think, oh, I have attained myself, which is an absurdity. It's not like that. You see? Maybe you don't see, but that's maybe better. I know that you asked something a bit different. What was it? Yeah, about teachings. You said teachings. Yeah. Okay. There is no teaching. That is sure. Now, I think, now I am just romanticizing the whole thing. I guess when someone, like a form, a wave, asks for, but is there a God? What means emptiness? Who am I? In fact, I am being, and all those things. The being itself, because it becomes also all the time, takes a shape to tell you, hey, don't forget what you are. Don't forget. So they are pointing. They're pointing out of compassion, would say those who speak with their heart, but why not? We never know. But there is no teaching, in fact. There is a teaching which is formed by the mind because of a doubt or something which will create a pointing. That's why you see the language of satsang is also silence, but nobody understands what it means. They think it's like no. So what? So for a seeker, there is some pointing. But you see, it's also dangerous, because then you always believe, oh, I'm not what I am already just now. So it's better, but it can be a teaching because it is expressed. You are already that, so whatever you will search will be only an aspect of it. So don't fool yourself, because if it is an aspect of it, of course, at some point you will still be frustrated or search for more, for something else. Yeah?
You have replied.
Ah, great. Teachings are learned in the University of Advaita, the course Advaita. You can learn everything which is written in the scriptures, or you transcribe Satsang, you can learn that. It will be a course. But then it's a general course of replies, which was very particular to one, and it is thrown like this, and of course, someone at some point, if there is a real search, he will have to go alone, individually, to hear or to see what is the pointing for him. Otherwise, he will not be touched.
It's troublesome because I try to apply it in life, but it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work. That's why I said at the beginning.
Yes.
It doesn't work. Otherwise you would not be here.
That's why. That's why.
It is so much, it's not even a good word, more simple than one thinks. Thinking already, you catch one thought, it gets complicated. You see? So, if you really can click to that whatever rises, it's from where I am already. So why this loop? Why this loop? It is striking me how and how the language, the words cannot avoid to mislead, and at the same time cannot be avoided to express itself in a certain way. For example, it is heard, and I myself could say, knowing very well, but I tell you, for example, you can say, I suddenly merge into myself. Okay. But then, because you said, I merge, because you cannot say something else, for example, but because this is out, then what is there? The disappearance of I. So it's an experience. It was not like this before, and suddenly it appears. So you will believe I am myself when I is not there. Again, it is to make the platform of that experience I merge into the self. And then again, you will come to satsang, because again, it's not clear and obvious. So, what made possible this experience? What made possible? No, so what you are is not at all a something that I and you will touch. Whatever gymnastic and yoga and merging and whatever you do. These are asanas. Once you can hear that, Sorry. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just had the sense what you just said right now, like the seeker somehow becomes unemployed with what you shared. Like
There is not even a seeker there.
because you said that
But in the becoming, in the world of appearance, yes, you can see there is somebody unemployed. Sure. Now you speak of what?
I was reading the other day a book about a lady giving satsang in Tiru, and then I was
Ganga Mira, maybe?
yes, and then I was reading about her biography, like how she was absorbed so deeply in the self, and my mind was so inspired by this story,
Sure.
but also took it as some condition to be the self, you know, this experience of being so deeply absorbed in it. And now as I heard you speak, this idea dropped again somehow, like
You know, everybody will have a different path, created by his own difficulty to just hear I am that already. That can take time before you really hear that, you see, or not. It doesn't happen only by hearing that, but I mean, so of course that's what I said. Some people are very inspiring, and that's why there are books about their lives and things like that. They are inspire, but it doesn't mean that of course it will happen this way to you. And expressions, they say it's their own, and any expression anyway is not it. So maybe this you see more and more. So where are you? Where do you think you are now? We are in Satsang. Where do you think you are now?
there's no thought.
Yeah, but maybe there is an observation too much now. Just now.
Like what I observe mostly right now is the sense of just being present. Like
Yeah, okay. But you see, of course I ask you something. You can reply, and maybe I would keep quiet. But I want to make sure that you don't make again this loop. Oh, yes, you see, I am being, I am unemployed, I. Finally, you don't speak about what is, you speak of I transformed. Do you see that? And of course, when there is those testimony and inspiration about this, you use words. I said myself, for example, you can't sometimes spontaneously you would speak like this, or well, let's take I merge in the self and I'm the self and so on. Nothing wrong, but if you start to, nothing wrong at the moment you express, because you can't express differently. You can express in different ways, but you can, if you say something, you will say something. So already it's not that. But you can't help. The mind is so happy in a way. With not long time, but which is not true too. So no expression will really show you or bring you there, because you are already here. But of course, that's what they mean, hoping so. Can I ask you what was the expression she used? Because it's nice also to hear. Oh, you don't remember, it's okay.
I'm so, yeah.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Yesterday I was sitting and then this sense came up. I'm still hypnotized by my mind. Like, I even spoke it out because it felt so present. And then a while later I thought, well, it's this somebody is somehow hypnotized, but it's not really about the somebody always having the experience of clarity, right?
Very good. I'm very happy to hear that. Not this, not that. There is nothing wrong to be hypnotized. This is the duality of this expression. You are dishypnotized. Sometimes you are a witness, sometimes you are not. This is the life of the seeker, of the human being, of the, that's what I say. Don't bring the language of being in what you appear in your life. And if you do, because sometimes you can't help, it's such a joy to be freed from this hypnotism. You have experiences, let's say, of what is, of yourself, but they will be only experiences because you believe in what you say. If you don't care, even if you say and feel relieved and all that, you always have been that. There will be no before and after and all those things. Yeah. You are as much enlightened than me, as everybody, which doesn't mean that you and me are there, of course, but we all, there is absolutely no exception. We are all that. It's really only the mind, the feelings, and all the tools we need for this life, which makes it complicated.
It's just a small question, so it's just coming up like
Small
this.
or big, it's a question.
If Arunachala was just in the background here, would this moment be any different?
It depends on you. Arunachala is a mountain. Now, we in this world, some people, and let's say the seeker after something else, in this objective world, he will be inspired if he projects, if other people, the fate of people project somewhere. So there is a support. Suddenly the mountain is no more a mountain. It's a sacred mountain. It's something sacred, the symbol of what you find the highest for you. You see? And then, of course, you will be helped and so on. These are supports. It can be very different for everyone. Of course, when thousands and thousands of people have faith in something, then you start to feel, in fact, yeah, there is something there and all that. No problem with that. But don't confuse a support for what you are. Because what you are has all the forms. All the forms. There is not a single form which is less what you are.
So the form of support is variable based on each one's what is needed, what is
resonance and experience and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, of course. And I say that with great respect and also with great outrageousness, because we are in Satsang, so, I'm not bound also to respect and to beliefs, and yet I can say it helps, it's a support if you need, and so on. No problem. If you start that one form is that incarnated more than anything else, you start to make human beings gods. Some are gods on earth. Good luck, huh? I would not like to be there. I'm very happy to have removed all those beliefs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe I clarify a little bit more, because what you say really resonates, and I've had some friends in Tiro say, "What are you doing? You have Arunachala here, and come. And I was like, I come when I feel like coming. I don't. If it's Renaissance,
You follow your path.
Yeah.
Sure. And again, myself, I like to go there and so on. No problem. But I speak in one level, the level of manifestation and support and of faith and all experiences about that inspiration. And I said also what is. So here you don't today follow what for you asked all those questions. You see, follow your path. Where is Satsang? There is Arunachala. And where is Satsang? There is the Ganga. And where is Satsang? There is any support representing, inspiring that. It is here, you can say. It's same as Satsang in that way. So, as if the truth is in South India somewhere. I mean, and I'm not disrespectful. Okay. Yeah.
Hi Ganga. For the self, then there is no difference for dharma and adharma?
It's the mind divisions. Yeah. It matters in life, not for who you are. It matters in life.
Hi, Ganga. Still don't know how to ask, but somehow this question just came. How it is for you in your life when there's full recognition of who you truly are, and also moving in a personal level in this life? Is it there for you still the discernment how to move, or just full acceptance of this unfolding, or both?
Nor of the two. Nor of the two. First of all, I don't describe my life. You see, because probably I left that search of what is real, and the rest, I know the rest, my own life, but by this birth goes on and it will die also. I don't find I have so much power, even if I decide things and all, but I know also it can be a mistake and so on. You know, I guess, and it's a guess, so I have a great discrimination about what is, but about life, I have a normal brain. So, I mean, you know, it's right and wrong goes on, and so there is no, and what did you say? Discrimination, acceptance. What? Why should I accept what? I should accept what? Tell me.
It's like, for example, just about the decisions, like you accept them, like somehow just they unfold, or is still the discernment how should they move, or it's both?
I am simply a bit simple in this brain. I don't ask those questions. But, you know, why should you be so complicated to live life? I mean, it is not through actions or dharma or adharma in life that you will free yourself from the tyranny of the mind. It is not through the life, not through the mind or sensual or emotive experiences. So what? And about dharma, of course, I don't mean also you have to follow necessarily the head of the dharmas, or and they say like this. Each one has his own criterion of ethics or not. You just follow that. You can't anyway do otherwise in this life. I would really, I tell you, you have to be more trustful. Why should you be always vigilant unless you still seek who you are? So let the life display itself, and it is like this, you know. Because if you accept, then you reject, and then, okay, it's an attitude in life. But then it's not important. Everyone is different then. There is no law here. It's relative. Yeah. is for you, it's important, but no, it's only concerning your life. It has no dictation from what you are. It's not. Okay? Okay.
Yes, because sometimes I feel still, this kind of doer, like place in me. It's like, oh, which way? Maybe this way. It's like this kind of discernment.
Okay.
And it's very light, but still it plays.
No, but it's too much. So maybe try to forget that for a moment. You see, because then you get quite busy with that, and then. If it depends on you. I mean, if you are all right with that, and if you don't confuse it for there is a best way to just be. If you don't confuse that for that belief, then it's okay.
So this one is also like kind of manifestation, this control and trust as well. They also play in this.
You speak of someone, huh?
Yes,
you know
yes,
that?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you.
Okay. It was just forgotten for a split second. Which is the way it is in this life. Do you expect a best behavior which will always make you say, oh yeah, this is perfection itself and all? Do you expect that?
No, I see that.
You see that? Good
That's-
luck.
It
It's a good relief.
But sometimes it plays. I see also.
Well, this I don't need to know.
Yeah, okay.
But, that's with you.
Thank you so much. I love you, Ganga, so much. Thank you.
Unstoppable, huh? What is this? Ah. This is the one I like better. Super secret. Oh, I can read a few sentences. It's the great way of the third patriarch of Zen, Sin Sin Ming, by Satsang. The great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. Oh yeah, it should be the absolute and not the relative. When love and hate are both absent, everything becomes clear and undisguised. Make the smallest distinction, however, and heavens and earth are set infinitely apart. The smallest distinction. So, if you make the smallest distinction, it means you are in the becoming, in the world of appearance, in the mind. If you wish to see the truth, I don't like it, but then hold, that's true, that I like it, hold no opinions for or against anything. To set up what you like against what you dislike is the disease of the mind. And this is not a pointing for life. It is not to be tyrannized by the mind. Nothing is lacking, nothing in excess. Indeed, it is due to our choosing to accept or reject that we do not see the true nature of things. Look, it's always about the mind. Live, this is to point out to what you are. Live neither in the entanglements of outer things nor in inner feelings of emptiness, means not this, not that. Be serene, and erroneous views will disappear by themselves. When you try to stop activity by passivity, your very effort fills you with activity. As long as you remain in one extreme or the other, you will never know what is. Fail in both activity and passivity, assertion and denial. To deny the reality of things is to miss their reality, and to assert the emptiness of things is to miss their reality, because they are both experiences trying to express, so it's expressed this way, so it's not it. The more you talk and think about it, the further astray you wander from what is. Well, it's enough for today. Master Sin Ming, we are in the 21st siècle, and we sometimes have a bit a different language. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes.
Can I also drop the thought that I want to understand that in everything the self is?
Yeah, it looks complicated.
Yeah, it looks.
You
It's,
can drop it, drop it. And you know, for what you are, anyway, it was never there. Anyway, it was never there. It appeared, it disappears. That thought.
Hey. When you give an indication or when you read what you just read, my mind either tries to make something of it or it doesn't. But they're the same thing in a way. It's still by someone.
Right.
So
it's very easy now. How can you say someone?
because it's seen.
Whatever is seen is what?
Not what I am. Not what I am.
An object. And from where you see that, it's what you are. It's what you search since years. The scene is not important. freed from the tyranny of the mind means whatever I see, it is in the world of becoming, it is the mind, it is the appearance. Just know that once for all, without exceptions. I am the seer.
What comes is that the
So you enter in the world of the mind,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay.
is that the conviction of that isn't present. So the conviction,
Because you just took this thought. This thought.
but the thought is there whether I vocalize
But you
it
can
or not.
ignore it. Because that makes it boycotts the natural authority of it. I said it's not the seen.
But there's no difference whether I vocalize it or don't. You see, like whether I say the thought or I keep it internal, there's no difference.
It's thought. Yeah. There is something, yeah. In both cases there is something. There is a sin. Too much sin. What is prior to the sin? Before you see something, where are you? That's what I am. That's what I always am, seen or not seen. But to make this clear, obvious, a split second, don't be tyrannized by the mind. So don't go to the scene, whatever it is. Thank you.